All right, settle in, lovelies. Today we're tackling a topic that's about as much fun as a tax audit UK visas, specifically the skilled worker visa. Now, I know what you're thinking. Graham, darling, this sounds dreadful. And you'd be right, it can be a bit of a minefield, but fear not, my intrepid visa seekers, because we're going to break it down step by step, sprinkle in a bit of humour, and hopefully get you one step closer to that coveted UK residency. So grab a cuppa, get comfy, and let's dive right in. Now, some of you may have been lucky enough to snag a fee waiver on a previous visa application. Well, hold your horses, my dears. The skilled worker visa, sadly, isn't playing that game. It's like that friend who always insists on splitting the bill down to the penny, even when you offered to pay for the whole darn thing. So, before you even think about filling out those forms, make sure you've got the cash to cover the application fee and the immigration health surcharge. Trust me, it's not an expense you want to be caught short on. Right, before you get too excited and start packing your bags, we need to check if you actually qualify for this visa. First off, you'll need a job offer from a UK employer that's been given the thumbs up by the Home Office. Think of it as getting past a very strict bouncer at a very exclusive club. You'll also need a certificate of sponsorship, which is basically a fancy name for a document that says your employer is willing to vouch for you. Okay, so you've got the job offer, the sponsorship, you meet the skills and salary requirements, you're practically a shoo-in. But hold on to your hats, because now comes the really fun part, and by fun I mean slightly tedious, gathering your documents. First up, you'll need your passport because, well, they need to know who you are. Then there's the certificate of sponsorship, proof that your English is up to scratch. No, does my bum look big in this? Doesn't count. And evidence that you've got enough dosh to support yourself. All right, brace yourselves because it's time to enter the digital Thunderdome, the UK government website. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds most of the time. You'll need to fill out the skilled worker visa application, which, let's be honest, can feel like it was written in ancient hieroglyphics. Once you've deciphered that, you'll need to pay your fees and book a biometric appointment. This is where they'll take your fingerprints and a photo, presumably to start compiling your very own MI5 file. Now, let's be real for a moment. Visa fees are not cheap. They're enough to make even Elton John wince. But don't despair if you're finding it a bit tight to cough up the cash. There are options. First off, have a chat with your employer. Some are happy to help with the costs. And if that's a no-go, there are some fantastic charities and legal advisors who can offer guidance and support. So, you've jumped through all the hoops, filled out the forms, paid the fees, and now you wait. The Home Office will be meticulously reviewing your application with the speed of a sloth on a Sunday morning. Okay, maybe not that slowly, but it can take a few weeks. Try to be patient, my darlings. In the meantime, why not brush up on your British slang? Bob's your uncle. You'll be fluent in no time. And there you have it. You've navigated the wild world of the skilled worker visa. Give yourselves a round of applause. I know it can seem daunting, but trust me, it's worth it. Think of it as a very long, very complicated job interview with the added bonus of potentially living in a country where queuing is considered a national sport. Good luck, my lovelies, and remember, if you're ever feeling lost, just pop back here and we'll navigate this visa labyrinth together.